Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Roxy here, and I want to welcome you to today's video. So, have you ever been in a situation where you came off of a bad breakup or some kind of situation where someone might have said something to you that sparked a fire in you to really want to get your health together, to get your life together, and essentially prove them wrong? Well, over the weekend, I was introduced to this really interesting show called Revenge Body, and it's a show that's hosted by and I think produced by Khloe Kardashian. And in the show, she takes men and women in various, situations, maybe something emotionally, jarring happened to them, and it sent them on this catalyst to improve their health and most of all to just improve their bodies. They want to create a revenge body. And I was really super surprised to see that they actually brought in like a whole team of people to work with these men and women to help them to get to that ultimate transformation. Now, of course, in some cases, the transformation helped, but for a lot of them, if you go back and take a look at where they are now, some of them weren't able to hold on to that progress, kind of like what happens with The Biggest Loser. But we'll talk about in another video why that kind of stuff happens. But what I want to talk to you about today is the revenge body and how you can do that for yourself. Because let's face it, you are not on television. You probably don't have a team of people around you, but you could be in this place right now where you experienced something that was a wake-up call for you. Maybe it was a breakup. Maybe it was some kind of an emotional catalyst that made you say, hey, I want to get this body and show them what I'm made out of. I get a lot of women coming to me with that in mind. And so I want to talk about how you can go ahead and do this in a way that's not only going to get you that body that you want and that look that you want, but also establish the habits that you need to stay there. Because what's the point in getting there when you can't stay there, right? If you are on my channel for the very first time, I want to welcome you. Hey there, what's going on? Make sure that you subscribe right now and click the bell notification so that way when I release new videos or I go live, have premieres, that you don't miss a single thing. And if you are a returning subscriber, I want to say welcome back there. I'm so happy to have you here with me. Make sure that you also hit the bell notifications because you want to make sure that you don't miss anything that I put out, and we also always stay connected. So for those of you that are meeting me for the very first time, I want to say hello, my name is Roxy Beckles, and I'm a fitness professional that's been in this industry for over 21 years. And yes, that is me back at the height of my bodybuilding. Well, not the height of it, probably just like the start of the climb to the height of my bodybuilding career. I'm a former IFBB pro who had the opportunity to compete at the 2014 Olympia in women's physique. And now what I do is I help women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond to really take control of their bodies, to rewrite their stories, and to really just get super connected with their wants, their desires when it comes to fitness, and just showing them how to do this all in a healthier and sane way. Now, before we jump into today's conversation, I do have something that I want to share with you guys and make sure that you check out after this video. I have a free masterclass called Your Best Body Yet. And I want to make sure that you see this and that you check it out. In this masterclass, it's about an 80-minute masterclass. And I'm going to go into 4 shifts that I think that every single woman needs to make if getting to her goals and staying there means something to her. Ladies, it does not begin with your diet and training. There are other things that need to happen before you even change all of that. That needs to happen as a shift if you want to see success. So stick around to the very end of this video. I'll tell you how you can get into that. It's totally 100% absolutely for free. And what's beautiful, it's going to build on some of the stuff that we're going to talk about today. And then also what I want to let you guys know is that right now I'm actually looking to take on new rock stars. I want to take on some new clients. I really feel like, a closed mouth does not get fed. And that goes both ways. So if you are sitting right now watching these videos, binge watching my channels, going online and trying to search for all the answers yourself, and you're still running around in circles, not getting where you need to get to, honey, you need to get some help. You probably need a coach, and you need someone who's going to go deeper than just the surface with you. And that person is definitely me, and I want to talk to you. So I want you to stick around to the very end of this video so that we can discuss how to get you on the phone with me and learn more about how you can become a rock star and how I can help you out. So on that note, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into today's conversation about how you can create your own revenge body. So One of the things that I'll say first off the bat, and this was one of the things that I actually really liked about the Revenge Body show that Khloe Kardashian is, heading up. And you've really, if really getting to your goal means something to you, and that not only getting there is the important thing, but staying there is also important, because I know that so many of you have been out there already, have like lost weight. You might have lost like 20, 30 pounds or more, or even if it was something smaller, like 10 pounds or whatever, and you've gotten to a fitness goal. So many of you struggle to stay there. And again, like I just said a moment ago, what is the point of getting there if you can't keep it? Right? And what is the point of all of this stuff that you're doing not transforming into how you live your life, like a lifestyle? So I'm a huge advocate of establishing habits, establishing patterns that are going to help you to stick to this forever. How you lose the weight is going to be what you have to do to maintain. So if you're doing crazy amounts of cardio, you're doing crazy amounts of training, you're not going to be able to sustain that for a very long time. So yeah, you might get there a lot quicker, but guess what? You're going to gain all of that weight back just as quickly. And part of getting those habits down and those patterns down is rooted in taking a look at where you are right now and the things that are holding you back. Like, what are the deep-seated things in the back of your mind that stop you from getting to that goal? Are you an emotional eater? A lot of the folks in the show, and the reason why it's called Revenge Body is because the catalyst, again, for these people to get into shape happened because something emotional happened to them. And when you look at some of these folks, a lot of them are actually dealing with emotional eating. And I did a masterclass on emotional eating, and I'll put it in the iCircle thing at the top here for you to check out and watch, because for so many of you, if you can get that under control, and that also includes mindless snacking, eating out of boredom, and all that stuff, if you can get that under control, the results that you're going to see are going to be so much better, And as I was watching this show, I saw that with a lot of the folks. So getting that out of the way is important. Looking at that deep self-talk that you have for you and your mindset is so important. I talk about that in the masterclass I'm going to tell you about a little bit later, called Your Best Body Yet. Establishing habits is the key to long-term success. So to create that revenge body that you want, honey, I need you to understand that this is not going to be a fast process. This is going to be something that you need to do over time, day by day. And you need to understand that along the way, you're going to stumble, you're going to fall. You're not going to be perfect. But each time that you do stumble and fall, that you learn how to get back up, and you learn how to look at the mistakes that you've done, and you learn how to overcome them. So that way, the next time you see those things happening, those same obstacles come up, you have a better solution on how to get past them. Okay, so really important first thing to think about if creating a revenge body is your thing right now. Now, here's the other thing. This is kind of like the antithesis of this entire video. But hey, I like to go there. Why are you trying to prove anybody wrong? Like, it doesn't even matter what people's opinions are about you, because one thing that you can guarantee is that somebody's going to have an opinion about you. And I think it's really good to kind of have a catalyst to be like the thing that's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to lose this weight. And honey, the next time that you lay eyes on me, I'm going to look incredible. And to tell you the truth, I've done something like that before. Not so much about like the weight loss thing, but just like changing aspects of myself in order to appease somebody else, thinking that that would spark that person's interest or, see me differently or whatever. And that stuff never works. That stuff never works, because if they couldn't appreciate you in one state, they're not going to appreciate you no matter how much you change. And maybe they do, because that does happen. Maybe they do. But then you have to ask yourself, like, do I really want someone who treated me so badly or made me feel like so bad about myself that I had to change who I am to appease them? You know, so it could be something that you do to definitely get yourself the start, but along the way, you've really got to learn how to live in your own skin and then let the drive to change for the positive. Because if you need to lose weight and change your body and get out of these bad habits, you need to do that point blank period. Whether that person will see it or not, you need to do it for you, for your own sense of improvement of self and evolution. You know what I mean? That is so important. And so take that person out of the equation and don't look at this as a revenge body now. I want you to change it around. Look at it as a triumph body, you know, your personal glow up. And when you start to do that, I think that the journey to change actually becomes more enjoyable as well, because now it's not about somebody else. It's all about you. Now, of course, the next step I'm going to tell you about has to do with your diet and training. You know, if you're somebody who's like not working out right now, then you need to get up and get in the gym. And you don't need to be there every single day. Maybe starting off 3 days a week is great, or 4 days a week. Ideally, I love to do programming for clients that's about 5 days a week if you can get in there and be consistent. But it's the consistency that's the thing that matters. And that every time you're in the gym that you are pushing with intensity. Now, if you're someone who works out all the time and you've already got your groove, but you're just not seeing the results that you want, your workouts could likely be very stale. And you need to start doing things that are going to challenge your body again and to take it outside of its comfort zone. And this is why coaching always comes into handy. Like, it's not just about getting the diet and training. Like I said, when you're working with someone who's a real coach, they're going to put on the platter what it is that you need to change and show it to you and say, hey, look, this is what you got to do to get to that level. Now, let's put this menu in action. And when it comes to training, you've got to be able to work out in a way that steps you outside of your comfort zone. And knowing how to design a training program is a part of that game. Showing up to the gym, just doing 3 sets of 15 every time you go there, or 5 sets of 12, or this, that, the other, isn't going to be something that will get you long-term results. Learning how to intelligently mix things up is super important. The other thing is what you're putting in your mouth and getting into that kitchen and standing in responsibility for yourself. I have this audio podcast that I give to every client when they start to work with me. And it talks about taking the onus and the responsibility for yourself. So many people make the excuse, I can't eat healthy because of this, or, this is not going to work for me because of my lifestyle. Honey, you can't sit back and wish for what you want, but not put in the work to make the changes. So in the kitchen, in your diet, in what you're putting in your body every day, I want you to start looking at food as nourishment, not food as punishment, not food as a panacea or as a pacifier for your emotions. To look at food as it is, as the opportunity to nourish your body, this one body that you have, this one opportunity that you have on this planet to try to be as healthy as you can and to look good in the process of it, right? So diet and training do come into effect with that and creating that revenge body, but we're calling that the triumph body that you want and staying super consistent with it. And then finally, the final step I would say in really creating that revenge body is to look at the other aspects of you that need to be improved. Because fitness is not just about the body. Fitness is about mental fitness. It's about emotional fitness. It's about spiritual fitness. And how all of these things working together make you evolve into the best woman that you could be. Or if you're a guy, the best guy that you can be, a man that you can be. Because I know I have some guys watching this too. I didn't forget you guys. But I think that for myself, that's what fitness is. That's what I try to share about my personal journey, my personal approach to all this stuff. And that I hope that you guys see and feel. That's why I started sharing so much of my life outside of fitness. Because to me, to walk in health is to walk in health in many forms. Walking in health in your body, walking in health in your skin and how you take care of that, walking in health in your mind and how you take care of your mental, health and sanity, walking in health in your spiritual journey, whatever that is. That does not have to be religious, but whatever it is that fuels you to get out and to get up and to live your life to the fullest every single day, walking in the health of that. walking in the health of relationships and the people in your life, walking in the health of career and doing the things that fulfill you. And when you start to really pay attention to the totality of all of that, the holistic approach to all of that, when you think about fitness, that's when everything starts to change. That's when the body starts to change. That's when you're able to make the changes that you want and do it authentically and do it as something that just becomes a lifestyle. And it's when you do that the longevity to stay there happens. You can't try to change little pieces of yourself and expect everything to just magically fall into place. And that's where people go wrong in the area of weight loss, is that they think that just by losing weight, losing 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever, that everything's going to fall into place. Everything's going to be so perfect. Oh, I'm going to feel so good and life is going to be great. And then you get there and you realize it's not, because you didn't do the work. And then you go back to where you started, sometimes way beyond that. And now you're on that cycle over and over and over again. My question to you is simply, honey, when are you going to jump off the hamster wheel? It's time. So I hope that today's conversation, our little chat, was enlightening for you. I hope that it gives you a fire within you to go deeper, to realize that the conversation of fitness isn't just about one thing, showing up at the gym and working out. That's one aspect. But what can we do to make your life complete and better? So thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. Please do not forget to thumbs up this video right now. And again, if you're not subscribed, honey, you want to subscribe. You do not want to miss out on this kind of motivation and inspiration that I put out several times a week at this point. And make sure that you click the bell notification so that way you don't miss a single thing. So I told you guys about 2 things I wanted to share with you. So I have that one free gift. Let me go ahead and pull that up for you so you can see that. And that is to get yourself enrolled for free into my masterclass, Your Best Body Yet. So we talked about some shifts that you need to make in order to get that revenge body or triumph body, whatever you want to go with for today. And like I said, there are 4 shifts that I think that every woman needs to make if long-term change is something that she cares about, and really bringing about a full holistic totality in her transformation. So I want you to go ahead to check out www.rockstarfitness.com/yourbestbody. So www.rockstarfitness.com/yourbestbody. And once you go ahead and check that out, and you'll be able to put in the time that you want to show up to the webinar and what time works well for you. And come on in and join in the conversation. And once you finish that masterclass, I've got some free gifts as well, including a free workout for you guys to check out. I'll also put the link for this in the description for this video, so you can go below to get yourself enrolled, and also in the little circle eye thing on YouTube, so you can take a look at that. And then the next thing that I have for you guys is to let you know that once again, I am taking on new clients right now. I'm looking to work with some new rock stars. And ideally, guys, I'm really trying to take on at least 5 new clients by the end of this month. This is the month of October. And I will probably extend that into November as well. So if you're looking to work with me, if you've been sitting on the fence, you've been thinking about it, now is the time to come on in and reach out to me. I offer different coaching levels, including for those of you who may not be ready for full-on coaching yet. Maybe it's not in your budget, but you have a little bit of something that you do want to put towards your own personal transformation. I now have my amazing member group, my membership site, hosted over on Patreon, and there you can get workouts, immediate access to all kinds of master classes, and contact with me on a weekly basis by email and by phone. It's a really great jumpstart for those of you who may be thinking about coaching, but you don't know if this is right for you. And that address, if you want to sign up like today, right away, you can do that. Go to rockstarfitness.com. You see ROXSTAR fitness.com/Patreon. On that page, you can see where you can sign up right away if you want to jump into the membership community because you're sure that you want to do this, or you can set up a call with me if you want to find out more information. That's on the page as well. But mostly, guys, I definitely am looking to take on women in my VIP coaching class, where coaching practice, where I can work with you one-on-one. And that address is rockstarfitness.com, ROXSTAR fitness.com/VIP coaching. Get into the presentation that I have there. I'll tell you about my coaching practice, how everything works, and what makes it so different. And then you can see if that's something that you would want to do. I work with 4 specific kinds of clients. You'll be able to identify yourself in one of those. And by the end of that, you'll be asked, to set up a call with me if you feel it's right for you. And if so, I would love to talk to you, discuss what some of your options are. I have something for every budget, guys. So just come on in and talk to me and find out if becoming a rock star is the right move for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.